It's a strange thing, grief. It hollows you out, leaving a cavern where your heart used to be. One moment, my life was full of laughter, messy handprints on the walls, and the comforting weight of my husband's arm around me at night. The next, it was just silence. A deafening, crushing silence. The car accident was a freak occurrence, a cruel twist of fate that stole my entire world. My husband, Mark, my sweet 7-year-old Lily, and my boisterous 5-year-old Sam. Gone, in the blink of an eye. The days that followed are a blur of well-meaning faces, casseroles I couldn't eat, and phone calls I couldn't answer. Through it all, I expected my family to be my rock. My parents, my sister Ashley. We'd always been close, or so I thought. I called my mom, my voice barely a whisper, and told her the funeral was scheduled for the upcoming Saturday. There was a pause, a long, strange pause that made a cold dread pool in my already shattered stomach. Then, she said the words that would change everything. "Oh honey, that's Ashley's 30th birthday party. The big one we've been planning for a year." I couldn't process it. My sister's birthday party. A celebration, while I was preparing to bury my husband and children. Surely, I misheard. Surely, they would cancel. "Mom," I stammered, it's Mark, and Lily, and Sam's funeral." Her voice was strained, full of a strange, defensive guilt. "We know, sweetie, and it's just awful, but everything is already booked. The venue, the caterer. Hundreds of people are coming. We can't just cancel. It would ruin Ashley's big day. Ruin her big day." The phrase echoed in the empty house. My world was already ruined, shattered into a million irreparable pieces, and they were worried about a party. I told them I needed them. I pleaded. My dad got on the phone, his tone firm. "We'll be there for you after. We'll come see you on Sunday. But Saturday is for Ashley. She deserves her celebration." I hung up the phone, feeling a betrayal so deep it physically hurt, a new kind of wound on top of all the others. The day of the funeral was gray and cold, a perfect reflection of my soul. Friends filled the pews, Mark's colleagues, the parents of my children's classmates. They hugged me, cried with me, shared memories of the beautiful lives that had been cut short. But the 2 seats I had saved in the front row, for my mom and dad, remained empty. My sister didn't even call. She sent a text message in the morning, "So sorry for your loss. Thinking of you. Have a great 30th for me." I stared at the screen, the casual, almost flippant words, a fresh slap in the face. Have a great 30th for me. While I was saying my final goodbyes to my family, the funeral passed in a haze of sorrow. Afterwards, friends brought me home, making sure I wasn't alone, but the emptiness of the house was a living thing. That night, I couldn't stop myself. I went on social media, and there it was. Pictures and videos from Ashley's lavish party. My parents, beaming, raising champagne glasses. My sister in a glittering dress, laughing, surrounded by balloons and confetti. The caption on one photo, posted by my mom, read, "So proud of our beautiful daughter Ashley on her 30th. A night to remember with family and friends." Family. The word felt like a lie. They chose a party. They chose glitter and champagne over my grief, over the memory of my husband and my babies. The next day, as promised, they showed up at my door. My mom held a Tupperware container of leftover party food. "We brought you some cake," she said, as if that could fix anything. I looked at them, standing on my doorstep, their faces a mixture of pity and discomfort, and something inside me just snapped. The grief that had been a quiet, suffocating weight erupted into white-hot anger. "Cake?" I asked, my voice dangerously calm. "You brought me leftover birthday cake. You weren't at the funeral. You weren't there when I buried my husband and children. But you saved me some cake." My dad started in with his usual blustering defense. "Now, we told you we'd be here. We are here now. What's done is done." But I wasn't listening anymore. "Get out," I said. They looked shocked. "What?" my mom asked. "Get out of my house," I repeated, my voice rising. "You chose a party over my family's funeral. You chose to celebrate while I was living through the worst day of my life. You are not my family. Not anymore. Don't ever come back here." I pointed toward the street, my hand shaking with a force I didn't know I possessed. "Go. Now." They tried to argue, to make excuses, but I just kept repeating it, louder and louder, until the whole neighborhood could hear. "Get out." Finally, they turned and left, the container of cake still on my doorstep. I slammed the door and slid to the floor, the anger giving way to a fresh wave of soul-crushing sobs. I wasn't just grieving my husband and children anymore. I was grieving the loss of my parents and sister, too. In the weeks that followed, they tried to reach out. Texts, voicemails. They said I was overreacting, that I was letting grief cloud my judgment. My sister sent me a long self-pitying message about how I had ruined her birthday memory with my drama. I blocked their numbers. I blocked them on social media. I needed to cut out the poison to even begin to heal. It was the hardest thing I'd ever done, creating a boundary with the people who were supposed to love me unconditionally. But their actions had shown me that their love was very, very conditional. It was conditional on my life not being an inconvenience to their plans. The path forward has been excruciating. I sold the house, full of too many ghosts, and moved to a new town. I started going to a support group for grieving parents. There, I found people who understood. People who didn't offer platitudes or leftover cake, but sat with me in the silence, who understood the rage that coexisted with the sorrow. They helped me see that my anger was not an overreaction. It was a righteous, necessary response to a profound betrayal. They helped me understand that it's okay to protect my own peace, even if it means cutting ties with family. It's been 2 years now. The pain is different. It's no longer a raw, open wound, but a deep, permanent scar. I still have bad days, days when the silence is too loud and the memories are too sharp. But I also have good days. I've made new friends. I've started volunteering at an animal shelter. I'm slowly, painstakingly, building a new life from the ashes of my old one.